If you're earning so much money because of being a virtual assistant, being a freelancer, or just being an Axie scholar or being a participant of other NFT related games, but do not have a concrete idea as to how to handle these earnings well, then this video is actually for you. But what's up everyone? Ryan here, back at it again with another episode of value adding for all of you. In the recent months, there has been a surge of countless opportunities that allow one to actually make money despite the pandemic. We have people out there who's starting to earn because of being a virtual assistant. We know others who have ventured into freelancing because they have been kicked out of their job. And just the past weeks, I know that most of you has actually seen the Axie Infinity craze where anyone can actually just make money by just playing the game. Well, I personally relate to these people because I personally experienced as well the opportunity of being a freelancer. And in fact, because of doing works for my clients last year, I was actually able to earn $2,500 a month, and my task during that time was to only create articles, to create reviews for the clients that I was working with. So these earning opportunities are actually just so amazing because you can actually do them on the internet. So I know that these guys are making so much money, but my concern is that they might mishandle these opportunities given to them. That's why for this episode, we will be answering this. What should be a freelancer's checklist to help them manage their finances? Now, even if you're not a freelancer, you can definitely stay on our video because the tips that we're going to talk about is actually very practical, but something that you will not actually realize if you will not study them and if you will not be constantly reminded with them. Our first checklist is that you should make your expenses fixed. Unfortunately, many of us adhere to this framework. The moment that their level of income goes up, their level of lifestyle proportionately goes up with it as well. Imagine if you were just the person who's earning minimum wage before. 9 times out of 10, since you're constricted with your budget, you will just be eating on your carinderias or in your homemade food. Now, the moment that their level of income goes up because of promotion or some incentives, it's also kinda automatic that some of them will elevate the level of their food. They would start eating to Jollibee or to McDo because they can already afford to eat there. Now, if that person again had an increase, there's also a high chance that this person will also elevate its level of food quality from mid to high range restaurants already. Unfortunately, there's actually an inflection point to this, meaning that there will come a time where your increase of income will actually start slowing down and plateauing to the top. Now, if that top happens and your income suddenly declines, for sure you will also have a hard time on adjusting your lifestyle, in which will cause financial burdens for you moving forward. In short, you might be pressuring yourself to live a lifestyle that you cannot actually afford. While it's definitely good that you and I should enjoy your earnings, one should be cognizant of the fact that what makes you rich is actually not your income, but actually your level of savings and investments. If your savings are bad, if your investments are bad, regardless of your level of income, you will still be poor moving forward. That's why it's very important that even if you as a freelancer has a variable source of income, meaning at times it will fluctuate, sometimes it will not, you should make sure that your level of lifestyle should actually be fixed. A good way for you to do it is to actually set up envelopes. Instead of you being free-flowing in your expenses, at the start of the month, you will be allocating an envelope to each expense. One envelope goes to your food, one envelope goes to your transportation if you have any, one envelope goes to your savings and other expenses that you will incur. Say for example, I'm earning 30,000 pesos a month, and I think I would be able to live with a 6,000 budget on my food. So at the beginning of the month, I will place 6,000 pesos on my food envelope. And I have to make sure that this 6,000 pesos will be consumed until the end of the month. This can actually inculcate discipline on you not to overspend or not to underspend on a specific category. But more than anything else, it will make sure that your level of lifestyle is just on par or best just below your level of income. My guarantee is that when you do this, you will have a better personal finance life. Our second checklist is that you should closely track your budget. This is a no-brainer, guys. If you will not live according to budget, you will end up broke in the future. What most people, especially in the Philippines, don't understand is that knowing how much you spend and knowing how much you earn will actually help you maneuver your finances well. Sadly, a factor as to why most of us still lives paycheck to paycheck, it's because once their salary becomes credited to their accounts, they start spending here, they start spending there, they start giving money to other people but themselves, and at the end of the day, they will find themselves with nothing left for them. And you have to remember this, you cannot control what you do not measure. How will you know where to adjust if you don't even know where your money is going? You might be solving problems that actually do not exist in the first place. So it's very important that you're very systematic in your finances. What's actually good about our times as of now is that budgeting became more and more efficient because of technology. There are hundreds of apps out there that allows you and me to track our expenses properly. And what I personally use aside from Google Sheets and Excel is actually Money Manager. It allows me to connect my spending accounts there. It allows me to track my expenses real time. And most importantly, it allows me to have a great overview of my overall finances. Don't worry, this is not sponsored. It's just that I really like this app so well because it had allowed me to track my expenses more efficiently. Now, if you're not yet that techy, no worries because you still have your pen and paper with you. So just start listing down where your money went during that day. Whether you bought your food in a restaurant, whether you spend this amount because of transportation, whether you place this amount on your savings account, it does not matter. What's important is that you're tracking where every single peso of yours is actually going. And if you have an organized budget, you will also have your finances organized. Third checklist is that you should be addressing your health protection needs. Unlike the corporate world where we're actually given perks and benefits such as HMO or insurance policies, being a freelancer deprives you of these perks and privileges. Unfortunately, even if you're a freelancer, you would still encounter health issues moving forward. Just imagine the food that you're starting to eat, the stress that you've been going through. For sure, these things will pile up and take its toll on you moving forward, especially in your health. And I know that you know that in the Philippines, health issue is something that will surely break you financially. It's very unfortunate that one will shell hundreds of thousands, if not millions of pesos just to be cured of a certain disease. Now imagine if you're a freelancer, a virtual assistant, and you're not preparing for these things and suddenly unexpected health issues happen to you. Where will you get your support for these expenses? Will it be fine to you if you will spend all your savings and investments just to pay for these hospital bills? If that's not great for you, you should prioritize your health protection needs. What's actually good is that you have platforms today that will help you address your short-term and long-term health protection needs. For your short-term health protection needs such as checkups or having health protection for a minimal amount, you can actually avail one for your own in this platform that's named Quick Insure. Quick Insure is your online insurance marketplace that allows you to choose from various policies that will address your short-term health protection needs. For example, if you just want to be covered from COVID for just 1 year, then you can choose from the variety of health products that you can find in this website. I've placed the link for this website on the descriptions below, so just check out for that. Now for your long-term health protection need. It's a fact that as we grow old, our health starts to deteriorate. And as your health starts to deteriorate, chances of sickness and diseases actually increases. Now, you wouldn't want to spend your savings or your entire retirement fund just to pay for your hospital bills in the future. So that's why it's very important that you and I should have your long-term health protection. There are various health insurance policies out there that will cover you until age 100 and just be paying for a limited period of time. So just connect to your trusted financial advisors and ask them about this. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Getting your health policy as early as today is something that you will not regret moving forward. Well, if you don't have your trusted financial advisor yet, you can message me personally and let's set up an online consultation for you so that I can assist you to find the policy that will address your long-term health protection needs. And our fourth checklist is that you should make sure that you are saving up for your personal retirement. You wouldn't want to spend your 50s and 60s in front of a computer finishing a task for your client because you need to earn money. We want to reach a time that even if we don't work anymore, we have saved up enough, we have already invested enough that will help us sustain our costs of living during that time. And if you want to achieve a comfortable retirement, you really have to prepare for your retirement as well. More so, you should start setting up your own retirement fund. Well, since you're not in the corporate world anymore, no employer will set up a personal retirement fund for you. You have to do it your own. You should start individually setting up your SSS or Pag-ibig accounts. If you're just starting to invest, you can try dabbling into mutual fund investing or index investing. Or if you're already knowledgeable about the markets, you can start direct investing in stocks in your own. What's important is that you should not forget that you should still set up for your retirement in the future even if you're doing freelancing. As you grow old, it's pretty obvious that your level of work will actually dwindle, your energy to accomplish tasks will actually go down, and if that happens, for sure your compensation will also go down, meaning you might not have enough to sustain your old age living during the time of your retirement. And if you're not well prepared for your retirement, there might come a time that you need to rely on your kids or your family members. There might come a time that you will need to submerge yourself into debt just to sustain your living. And when you come to think about it, your life will actually be full of regrets when that happens to you. Because imagine you're earning so much money today, but you didn't have the ability to save up for your future. So if you want to save yourself from trouble of being a burden to other people or not being able to enjoy your golden years, you should start setting up for your retirement as early as today. And that's it. That's our short checklist that will help you manage your finances into being a freelancer, a virtual assistant, or being someone that earns through the internet. I know that you've noticed that on this entire episode, I've actually used English to discuss with you because I would actually like to experiment a little bit. I would like to see if you would want our contents moving forward to be in English or you would like us to revert back to our original and create contents in pure Filipino. Makakahinga na ako, boss madam, kasi tapos na yung episode natin. Grabe, dinudugo ako mag-English. Ang hirap mag-straight English, ha? Kanina po umiikot yung mundo ko, tag-iisip ng salita sa English. Chine-check ko lang kung ano bang mas trip nyo, no? Trip nyo ba yung purong Tagalog? Parang ito, gusto nyo ba mag-English na lang tayo? Gusto nyo ba mix? Kasi at the end of the day, gusto ko yung mga episodes and videos natin will be something na mag-resonate sa'yo ng mabuti. And alam nyo naman, ang channel na ito is not about me, but it's actually about you and the value that I can bring to you. Kaya kung gusto mo pa ng mga value-adding na usapan, huwag mong kalilimutang pektusan ang subs button and i-like and follow mo rin ang ating mga pages para hindi ka mahuli sa mga episodes gaya nito. Maraming salamat sa suporta mo, boss madam, at muli, eto si Ryan nagsasabing laging lamang ang may alam. Bye-bye!